Alright. What's up, guys? It's your boy Sean from your favorite AP Physics C classroom, and we're back at it again with another podcast episode. In this episode, we have Mr. Joseph Hamilton Parks, and he's a physics alumni at our school, and we're going to be doing a little get to know you and learn more about him. So, Joseph, why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you for having me. Obviously, like you said, my name is Joseph. Thanks for doxing me, by the way, with the full name. Last year I took AP Physics with the GOAT, Mr. Seabach, and got a 5 on both E&M and mechanics, and I love
Stellar.
it. I teach some of these folks, but I love it.
Yeah. And so, maybe before we get into your experience in physics, why don't you talk a little bit about your life story, how you got to Hershey?
My life story. All right. Well, first off, I came from Kentucky. You know, and with the horses and the pigs and all those things. And I was kind of in a rural place called Clark County, as Sean loves to.
And is that where KFC came from, or is that different?
Same state. But,
Same state.
A little bit.
South?
I don't know if it's south, but
East.
more rural. Yeah.
Rural.
Yeah.
Rural.
But then, yeah, we moved, about 5 years ago. So I came here, 8th grade was my first year here. And I was cooking ever since then,
Yeah. And when you came to Hershey, right, you came, we were on the same team, sort of,
Yeah.
In 8th grade, you
Yeah.
have, like, similar teachers. When you started 8th grade, were you sure that you wanted to go into physics or engineering or of that sort?
No, I had no idea. I mean, up until last year, I thought I might going to be a chef, like about to go to culinary school. My parents might not have liked that decision, but I was ready for it. Speaking of 8th grade, actually, Mr. Dan Nunez, soon to be on the pod, and Jilly Cowan may be on the pod at some point. I was in a class with both of them that 8th grade year. We took a class at the high school for math, so that was really fun. I don't know if you have Jason. Jason was there too. Asa.
Yeah, we'll have it. These are other physics alumni.
Yeah.
That'll be on the podcast. And there's Gavin on the pod as well. He doesn't take physics. I don't know why he's on
Navy
camera.
commit, by the way.
Yeah, committed
Alright,
to
you
Navy.
can turn it back, bro.
I'm just eating bread.
We'll leave that in there. Alright, so you come to Hershey in 8th grade. You're going to high school, So were you actually thinking of being a chef at this point?
Yeah.
Because I know you love to cook, and he makes
I love to cook. I love to eat too. In fact, I love eating so much that it's kind of an anchor point for me for when I'm about to go off to college. I'm not necessarily pursuing physics, but wherever I go to college, I need there to be food.
Yeah.
So I actually just emailed the chef
Oh,
at
that's a good
one
story.
of the places that
That's
I
a
just
good story.
applied. I emailed the head chef to ask if they have desserts, because on their menu there were no desserts mentioned. But I mean, that's big.
Yeah, that's
In case I fail a physics
a
test.
make or break for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need. Would you say you're one to eat your way out of problems, or?
Certainly.
Yeah.
But I'm also one to get right back on it as soon as that problem is alleviated by some ice cream and cinnamon rolls.
Yeah, and why don't you go a little bit into? I know you're involved in some extracurriculars, and if you want to talk a little bit about wrestling, because eating's a big part of that.
Eating is a big part. In fact, that's why I quit. Well, it's one of the main reasons why I quit after the end of my freshman year, because I hated having to cut. It sucked so much. This year, I really don't have to cut because it's kind of my walk around weight. And I've put on a few pounds of muscle since like the start of the season, but so it makes it a little bit harder, but I don't have to cut and I love it.
Yeah, no. And he also loves playing soccer. We've been playing soccer together for high school and on club for a while now. And I don't know if you just want to talk a little bit of your transition, because Joseph actually started out playing center back.
Yeah.
In middle school.
Yeah.
And then he kind of moved all over the place.
Yeah, I was a center back for my entire time in Kentucky. I mean, that's what I was. I was out there blasting kids on the field, like just making them hurt.
On and off the field.
On and off the field, on the wrestling mat too.
Yeah.
Then when I moved here, you know, it's kind of just they put me in where I was best, you know.
Yeah.
So at the start it was center back, and then I was kind of like crap in the bed. So they put me up at they put me up at striker then, and I also wasn't very good. I kind of bounced around, you know. Midfield was where I played in club, and eventually I just ended up being a goalie. You know, this year we posted school record in shutouts,
school
so,
record in clean
which is not
sheets.
just my sole.
That's no small achievement. I mean, this guy was outstanding.
That wasn't my sole ability though. That was a lot of it was on the defense.
Definitely in team
And Sean
effort, but he
handling
was
the
a big.
midfield for sure.
No, this guy played a huge part in that.
Yeah.
But anyways, we talked a little bit of how you got to Hershey,
Mhm.
your extracurriculars. Let's get into what everyone came for. And
Physics.
maybe you're skipping to this part now because you don't care about him at all. But let's talk about physics, right? All right, 10th grade. Or no, wait, we skipped out of
We skipped out of chem,
chemistry because we hate chemistry.
even though we took.
That's
AP
why it's not the
last year.
chemistry podcast.
Yeah.
We skipped out of chemistry and we took physics
Mhm.
in 10th grade.
Yeah.
And how was that experience?
I loved it. I loved every part because I was with the older kids, you know, and like it was fun just being with this, especially the ones that were not as smart, getting to help them.
Very egotistical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't have said
You
that.
gotta,
can
you
cut
gotta
that
stroke
part
your
out.
ego. No, we'll keep it in. You gotta stroke your ego a little bit.
Stroke my ego.
Yeah, stroke it.
Okay.
Alright. You're in 10th grade physics. You had, well, who do you have for the teacher?
Seagoat, obviously.
Yeah, Siva. And I think that's probably one of the main motivations why you stuck with it.
Yeah, for sure. Seawalk is obviously a go. He wrote me a back letter. So as I'm getting into colleges, I think he played a huge part in that acceptance. Yeah. How do you find it this year with having taken a break off of Seawalk for 1 year?
Dude, I think it's a whole other ballgame, really. Because Seabach adds this element where he doesn't just say how the physics is, like, on paper. He goes in depth on how it works practically. And I think that's really important if you want a good grasp of how different sciences work.
I do too. Not every day you find a teacher that's willing to spin you around on a turntable to teach you rotational
Yeah, exactly.
dynamics.
Yeah, his demonstrations are
Yeah.
just second to none, really.
Yeah.
But in 10th grade, when we were taking physics, I don't think I appreciated that as much.
Yeah.
I think I was more in this zone where everyone else was in 11th grade,
Mhm.
and I was only 10th grader. So I kind of was in my own bubble and didn't really interact as much
Certainly. Yeah.
as I would have probably done if I was in, say, our actual 11th grade physics class. But
Yeah.
I think I still really enjoyed it just because of how much I like Mr. Seabuck.
I also think that getting to see our classmates that are in our grade taking physics the next year, and seeing some of them having the other physics teacher, and seeing them struggle, that really made it clear that Mr. Seabach is the GOAT. You know, both of you and I, when we took physics our 10th grade year, had Mr. Seabach.
Yeah.
And so seeing other people, like my sister now this year, having the other teacher and not doing as well, it makes you wonder. I think Seabach was the main reason.
Yeah, and I think what I liked a lot about 10th grade physics is, honestly, I probably should have taken, because I'm a senior now, but I probably should have taken physics in 11th grade if I wanted a smooth transition.
Right.
But I kind of took a gap year. So I wanted to get a little bit into how your switch was, because you took physics, AP Physics C,
Right after.
right after honors physics. So I kind of wanted to get into what our differences were there.
I don't know. Like for me, it just felt like it was the smoothest transition. Like all the stuff that we learned was basically the beginnings of everything that we learned in AP Physics. So, I mean, it was still fresh in my mind. It's still, and I think that contributed to how fresh in my mind it is now. Like, and how I'm able to like help you and, Big HT like solve some problems the day before a test when I haven't looked at them in almost a year.
Yeah, and I know you were probably with in your 11th grade AP Physics class a lot of the people that were in
Yeah.
your 10th grade physics class.
Mhm.
So I'm sure that helped as well. What were your thoughts on the labs through
Oh,
your physics?
I'm glad you brought that up. Labs were, I think we had it a little bit harder than you guys from what I've seen from the
Yeah,
lab docs.
the
I think we
the
had to
docs
write
are
a little
lot
bit
shorter.
more.
Yeah.
Which, probably helped my learning. But I will say the labs are very chill with Mr. Seabach.
Yeah.
And probably in general. I mean, we had guys, I think we were creating arcs of like electricity between 2 points. I had there was another time where this one guy was like shocking his friend with the electricity when we were doing some electricity magnetism.
Yeah, we've done that
Yeah.
a bit too much.
And then I think we were heating up batteries. I mean, we were just being goons. And I think that plays in because, getting to experience that in ways that are fun to you
Yeah.
definitely helps.
No, I think Mr. Seabach's laid back approach to the physics lab
Yeah.
are really fun because he lets you experiment with what you have.
Yeah.
Because obviously the labs have procedures, but I think a big part of science is just playing around with what you've got
Yeah.
and creating something. So,
Let's not skip over the fact that Seabach has all these labs and he doesn't even need to look at the procedures. Like when you call
Oh,
him
yeah.
over, like,
yeah,
do
yeah,
I,
he
when
can.
Faraday
yeah.
cage, do I touch this to this? He's like, no, you do it this way. After like years,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy.
No, it's really amazing what he's done with the labs, and they're not even as if the labs because a lot of the AP Chem labs, Mrs. Haney, she's reading from instructions
Mm-hmm.
and giving out the labs. But Mr. Seabach, like he actually does the demonstration like right
Yeah.
there and then.
It's almost as if he's like, doing it at home. Like
Yeah.
it's as if he's just practicing physics.
Yeah,
Physics.
almost like Bill Nye the Science Guy
Yeah,
time on steroids.
less Diddy, but yeah.
Yeah. Alright, anyways, I wanted to get into a hot topic
Okay.
in this day and age, right? So we had honors physics
Mhm.
in 10th grade.
Ah, yes, I know where you're going with this.
But nowadays, this new Gen Alpha, Gen Z, whatever it is, they're doing AP Physics 1.
AP. It's the same
I don't
stuff.
want to get your
it's
thoughts on that.
the same stuff we were learning in honors physics. It's just now they get to take the AP test at the end of the year. Like, ugh.
Yeah,
But
facts.
I mean, there is fluids, which we did not do. I will say I have no like frame of reference for how hard that is. But for the kids saying that it's harder, no, it's not harder. But I would definitely give them that it is hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's algebra-based physics.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Right.
It's just, they're actually prepping for something.
They have a big test.
Yeah.
I think actually, I'm not sure what the curve is for the AP Physics test, but I think I got like a 70 on my final or something like that for honors physics. That was the second half. First half I got like 100, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But second half, I got like a 70. So I'm not sure where I would have fallen on the 1 to 5 scale for that AP test. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I'm not sure, but I think one of the interesting things is that Mr. Seabach disclosed to us that they have a square root curve
Ah, yes.
in AP Physics 1.
Which is
So I don't know what's going on there.
we did not get that. In fact, we didn't get any curve.
Yeah,
We
there
get
was
the
no
curve
curve.
for AP Physics, for
Well-
our AP Physics.
But you know what? I imagine he's giving them AP classroom questions.
Mm.
So I don't think it's, his basic questions like, what is velocity?
True.
Because the college board is not going
Right.
to ask them what is
Right.
velocity. It's always, interpretation
That's true. That's the one thing we
and
haven't
like
seen
abstract
is
ideas.
the tests.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So they may be a bit harder.
Okay.
But yeah. I also wanted to get into in AP Physics how that inspired you because we talked earlier about how he wanted to be a chef
Yeah.
because he liked food, but now he's taking physics and he's not sure what to do because he just applied to college and he wasn't sure what to major in. And I was wondering how physics class influenced you wanting to major in what you did.
Yeah. So I chose to pick biomedical engineering, which, to be honest, there's not a whole lot of. There's no like projectile motion, you could say. in
Yeah,
physics.
it's applied physics.
It's
Much
definitely
more
applied.
practical.
Um,
Yeah.
But I think that it really showed me that I liked the engineering kind of problems that come with physics, and which is something that I already knew, but the amount of likeness that I have for it
Mhm.
proved to me that that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's not too much of a
Yeah.
connection between the two.
I guess because of the engineering, and you'll have physics classes,
Yeah.
which will be a breeze, obviously,
Right.
because of how well he's done in honors and AP Physics C. But why'd you want to attach the biomedical part in there?
I've always had like an alacrity for let's see, like bionics, prosthetic arms
Yeah,
and legs
prosthetics.
and things like that. And then, my grandpa is definitely a big inspiration. He's got a pacemaker,
Yeah.
which I did not know what that was. To me, it just felt like a cigarette box almost like in his heart.
Yeah.
But learning about that and learning how vital it is to people that are important to me,
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to make a difference for people that also have people in their lives like that.
Yeah. And a pacemaker is the device that shocks your heart
Yes.
to
that,
get it running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it stops running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told you this story before, but my grandpa actually got his leg amputated
Yes. Yeah.
because he got in a rickshaw accident.
Yeah.
One of those Indian tricycles, and in the rickshaw accident, the rickshaw fell on him,
Mhm.
and they had to cut off right below his knee.
Mhm.
So
It's tragic.
yeah, it's a really cool field. But now he has a bionic leg,
Yeah.
or prosthetic leg, and he can actually walk. So the people who make those devices, I mean, have an amazing job. 'Cause
Yeah.
being able to help people like that, like my grandpa, is
And-
really sick.
Like obviously there's my grandpa in physics, but Sean has also played a huge role. I mean, he's done so many science fair projects with somewhat almost biomedical engineering, like especially in your what is it, the one where you're trying to find cancer.
Yeah,
Just
with
using
machine learning. Yeah.
yeah, and that's biomedical engineering too. And I think that's what I like about it is that there's so many niches you can go into. Yeah, that's what I find interesting. You've certainly been a big inspiration.
No, thank you. I mean, I try. All right, let's get into, let's get more into your future. Since we've been talking about biomedical engineering,
Okay.
so let's talk about maybe some of the colleges you're interested in right now. Want to do biomedical engineering?
Yeah. So obviously, the Penn State, as everyone in Pennsylvania does, pretty much. And then, but I'm kind of hoping for Schreiers. We'll see. I mean, we have like probably 20 kids in our school applying to Schreiers. So
And we'll definitely get an interview with the Schreier, everyone in our physics class.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone pretty much did, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a hot cake down in Hershey High School.
Then I also applied to South Carolina, and I've gone into their honors college. And that was the same place that I asked the chef if they had desserts.
Big back activities, huh?
Yeah, you should see, bro. The honors dorm is right on top of a dining hall. So I
Wow.
mean, that couldn't be better for me. To be
Is
honest.
this USC or heaven? Am I right?
Right. And then I think really the only other notable college that I applied to is Columbia with Sean. We wrote each other letters of rec.
Yeah, and this is a great story. I don't know if you want to share it.
Nah, you go. Yeah, I think you.
So
can speak
basically, Joseph and we both applied to Columbia because we went to, an admission officer came to our school, and we went because Columbia is a cool place,
Right.
New York, all that, Ivy, and one of the questions I actually asked the admissions officer was, have you ever seen a peer letter of rec, a letter of rec from a friend? And he said, and he started laughing, and he was like, that would be pretty cool to see. And I was like, yo, for me and Joseph,
Let's do it.
neighbors, best friends,
Yeah.
soccer teammates, I mean, who else better to write letter of recs for each other?
Mhm.
So we wrote letters of recommendation for each other, and we both
Which-
submitted them.
we still have not shown each other.
Yeah,
Waiting-
and that's a big part is, you know, the whole FERPA thing.
Yeah, the reveal. Yeah, we
Yeah.
wanted to keep it like legit, you know.
Yeah, so both of us have not seen it. I don't think we decide we're gonna show it when
After
we-
our decision.
Yeah, after our decision. So yeah, and I really glazed him. So
I did too. I mean, I think we both spent probably a week writing it, which is more
Yeah,
than we
over
spent
winter
on
break.
some of our supplements.
yeah, put more effort into that than
Yeah.
a lot of college apps.
I think it's interesting that we chose Columbia. You know, there's been a lot of that in our friendship too.
Yeah.
I mean, like for my, I don't even know. What
Yeah,
it
like
was 15.
3 years ago.
Yeah, we went
4
to
years
Columbia,
ago.
or not Columbia. We went to New York for what was it? To play soccer
Yeah,
on
Brooklyn.
Bridge-
Yeah,
Brooklyn
the
Bridge Park.
Brooklyn Pier. And so
Yeah. And we both love eating and eating all kinds of
as you
food.
can tell by emailing the chef
So,
at USC.
so we would have no shortage of diverse food there.
Yeah, I mean, you could just take a trip to Chinatown
Right.
and just eat some fried rice.
Dumplings
Oh my gosh. Oh, and the Indian food.
and the Indian food. Yeah. Currently in
Indian
wrestling,
food
got
slaps.
postseason coming up in 2 days, and if once the season's over, I'm gonna be hitting up Sean's house for some Indian food. That's for sure. His mom like force feed me, so I don't think I could come up with anything better.
Yeah, she definitely shoves food down his mouth. Not in a weird way. But she does like to give us a lot of food.
Yeah.
Alright. So beyond the Columbia story and the colleges you applied to, so you're thinking of majoring in biomedical engineering, and what's sort of the end goal? Is it, you don't have to know yet, but you know, graduate school? Are you looking in maybe med school?
This is a
Go straight in the
question.
industry?
This is a question my mom would ask me, and I would tell her, "Bro, I don't know."
Yeah. I
I'm
get it. You know, it's just a typical question. You just have to ask, you know.
Right.
But no one ever knows. And sometimes you even do know, but you just don't feel like
Yeah.
sharing.
Sometimes it's like too complicated to like.
Yeah, it's like
put
I'm
in
on the
words.
fence, and then I don't want to like
Yeah.
give people this idea and then change it later.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, so you don't want to. Yeah.
I think I'll
switch
get
up.
into the research when I get there.
Yeah.
And see how much I like it. Because I mean, you know, what if I change out of it? What if I go in to be a physics teacher or a chef? You know, like stuff happens.
No, really awesome story. And our director here, supposed to be director, is under the table.
Director, do you want to stand up?
He
What
is
are you
scrolling
doing?
on reels under the table, distracting us.
I'm not distracting anyone.
But yeah,
Okay.
anyway, I think for our last segment, I think because I mean this is a 22-minute episode. This is gonna be
The
a
big one.
sort of trouble uploading this one to
To the
YouTube
tube.
and IG. But just to end it off, what are sort of your takeaways from senior year? Any advice? Future physics, future high schoolers, future seniors,
I'll give
future
you.
adults. He's 18. He's legal.
I'll give you some advice that I just heard yesterday, and it was of this person who's dying from cancer. They wrote this shortly before they died from cancer, before they even knew they had cancer. And what they said was, I have a finite amount of times that I can stare at a tree, and I think that that's special. Like obviously, you know,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, if you
maybe
think
I'm
about
not
it.
I'm not maybe one to stare at a tree. I think I've done it enough. I wouldn't necessarily on the deathbed.
You've done it
be-
enough.
I wouldn't be sad that I didn't stare at a tree. But I think, you know, for me, someone, you know, maybe with something that I like more, like food, I only have so many other times that I can, you know, eat Indian food at your house or, you know, play soccer or, like, I only have a few more wrestling matches in my life, you know? And I think that the thing that people should take away is that don't take your life for granted. You know, take everything special. And
Preach.
don't waste it away scrolling on reels, you know?
Yeah. No.
Unless you're scrolling with friends, then at that point, you know.
Yeah.
But
Good
thank,
times.
thank you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah. No. I think this was a great episode. I mean, we had some fantastic insights here. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next episode.